Hello everyone, today here's another editing tutorial. So I'm gonna edit a couple of pictures that I have done the past couple days and then show you the process from my editing experience. So let's get started, and I will start with this one with Arial, and this is the sunset time hair flip. And this one you can go two ways, but it's also between E5 and HP2. So by the way, I noticed that the VSCO cam, they just recently updated. I think it's yesterday. It was yesterday they got updated, so that right now the button in the bottom right now is much more responsive in the bottom, like when you're switching between filter and editing controls. The only thing is that the controls right now is more spread out, and just to show you, like if you haven't been updated, to show you the updated version. It's much more responsive than the previous version. So I'm gonna use the E5 as a base. Sorry, I'm gonna increase the contrast and sharpen it a little bit, just slightly, and then highlight save. So the next one is to crop. As you can see on this side, there's some white bokeh there. It acts like a distraction. If you don't crop them, it will distract viewers' eyes from the center to the left, because this color is like very stands out of the background. So what I need to do is to crop those white bokeh. However, leave some room for the hair also. So what I need to do is leave some room on the top left for the sunshine, and at the same time to crop those bokeh, and make sure the head is around the top third position. You don't have to be exact, just around there is fine. So let me save it, and you can see, and in the edge still have a little bit. You can just slightly add a little bit more. Okay, now it's good. Now it compared to before, it has less distraction. I'm gonna increase the contrast even a little bit more, so that you can see the hair. It's like floating in the air. It has a nice sharpness on the hair also. So this is what I have posted for the second last picture, and I'm gonna do the next one. So this one I hasn't been posted yet, so I'm gonna edit this one with Lindsay. It's also in the sunset hour. You can do the E2 HP2, but it's too dark for me, so you can just try it out. Of course, you can try out other filters as well, so you don't have to limit on those two, but those two are my favorite. You can use A4 also. A4 has a general less saturated brown tone in it, and let me try to use A4 and then show you the difference. So I'm gonna decrease the exposure slightly, but not too much, and then I'm doing the cropping. Also make sure the head is around the top third position, and make sure it's in the center. For me, for my feet, if in the center, the whole body in the center, is nice to space out from the left to right. So this is the A4, and I show you the A4, and then the E5 has a totally different tone. I think this one, it works in A4 because it has a brown tone, but you don't have to go all the way to the right. You can do it in the middle so that it creates some vibes. You can increase the temperature so that it has a general warmer tone in it. It has a warmer tone, so it looks even more summery. some feel in it. So I can increase the contrast to 2.1 and then save it. So save it. Many people ask what's my dimension. I will save the last one, actual size 3870 to 4841 dimension. Alright, the next one. So this one with Victoria, as you might have seen from the previous post. So I will use E5 for this one. And so without the filter, it's the classic chrome from the Fujifilm JPEG. With the filter, it added some a little bit of tone in it. And I'm gonna reduce. I'm still seeing too bright. I'm gonna reduce the exposure, reduce the highlight safe. I'm gonna increase the contrast a little bit more, and then crop. So this one for cropping, I don't want the white area, the lamp on the right, so I need to crop it all out. However, still remain the head part on the center, so I'm gonna crop the top also. So make sure the eyes on the level 3, the top third area. So yep, this is my crop. And if you feel like it's not perfectly, you can rotate it. You rotate slightly if you feel like it's not perfectly balanced. So this is my save of this picture. This one also, I might use the same one. So as I have shown you the previous one, I can just copy the edit and then paste to here. Then I got the this one. So I use less time. I can just minorly adjust stuff that I need to adjust. I might need to adjust the rotation a little bit, and then I need to crop it closer to 4/5 like that. So leave some headroom on top, and then I can still see I can increase the contrast a little bit and reduce slightly. So yep, that's it for this one. And this one also, you can see there's a white handle on here, X-side distracting. My first thing to do is I just want to crop it out. If you don't want to crop it out, you can use those patches from the Snapseed to patch it. If you don't like to crop stuff, you can patch those little things. Usually if just one dot or two, you can just patch it using the Snapseed, but I usually just crop most of the time. So you can increase the contrast slightly and then reduce the exposure. I might use, this one is too dark, so I'm gonna use the E5 again. Exposure I can reduce even more, slightly on the temperature, not too much. Actually the temperature is enough warm, so I don't need that. And then increase the sharpness a little bit, and I can reduce the height, so not the height, move the crop down a little bit, so that the head is perfectly on the level on the top there. So this is my another edit. So this one with Sage on the San Francisco. So this one I will use E5 also. It has a nice tone in it, and you can see it's not perfectly perpendicular to the ground for the Golden Gate Bridge in the background. And I will adjust the level a little bit. So because of the Instagram crop, I had to crop a big part of the Golden Gate Bridge. I mean the top, maybe the top 1/4 of the Golden Gate Bridge. and then remain sage on the top third area. So this one I can increase that, increase the contrast, reduce exposure, and then sharpen it a little bit more. Highlight save. So basically that's the tone I want. So this is the edit, and then this one this one is slightly brighter than the previous one, so I need to reduce the exposure a little even more. So I will use the HB tool just to show you some difference for this one. So I'm gonna reduce it more, like 2.6. I posted this one like 2 days ago or yesterday morning. So I will crop it, make sure sage is in the center of the picture, because I want to create space from left to right. Also create some context of the Golden Gate Bridge. The Golden Gate Bridge is not completely blurred out, so it retains some context of where she is. So the context portrait is important, just to show the environment that you are in, and it creates some complementary field. I mean the contrast to her jacket, the red color against the blue, so the warm against the cold color contrast as well. So this is my edit for sage. The next one, oh, that's it. So that's all my edit today. So that's all my edit today from this tutorial. They are all edited from the original picture. So this is the original color from the JPEG Classic Chrome from XT2, and then these are the edited tone added to it. So thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for more behind the scene and more editing tutorial coming up. Thank you so much. Bye.